Welcome to Oracle Archives, where we answer questions provided by the community to help give clarification and to provide everyone an equal plane of knowledge. Today's topic is about colorless mana costs versus generic mana costs. Colorless mana and generic mana were one and the same all the way back to the original alpha and beta sets with cards like Sol Ring, where it is stated in its text, add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool. The text would be later changed in 2002 with the release of the Onslaught set, changing it to be the number in the shaded circle shown on the screen. Onslaught began to standardize the format and the symbols moving forward with Magic. Since the alpha set was released in 1993, colorless mana and generic mana costs were non-differentiated. Upon the release of Oath of the Gatewatch, released in 2016, Wizards of the Coast exploratory team began to differentiate what generic and colorless mana meant in terms of the game. The team came to the conclusion that using the shaded mana circle to represent both generic mana and colorless mana costs needed to change, and created a symbol for colorless mana. All reprints and cards printed since that set that produced colorless mana used colorless mana symbol instead of the number in the shaded circle. With the introduction of specific colorless mana cost with Oath of the Gatewatch, the symbol of colorless mana was used to depict the brood lineage of Kozilek and brought in new basic land type called Wastes. Some cards, such as Endbringer, which require 5 generic mana and 1 colorless mana to cast, can use 5 of any mana type for generic costs, but need to use a waste basic land or cards like Sol Ring or Corrupted Crossroads to pay the 1 colorless mana costs. An easier way to think of cost of generic and colorless is that all mana types can pay generic costs, but no colored mana types can pay colorless mana costs. For so long, we as players have been using the terms colorless and generic interchangeably to talk about the numbered mana symbol. It is sometimes hard to break old habits, but with the information provided today, it can help with understanding where the game currently stands. I will continue to use generic mana costs when referring to the numbered mana symbol to make it easier on myself and provide consistency between videos going forward. This information was conducted with the use of the Magic the Gathering website, the MTG Wiki, and a local Card Kingdom judge. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to see a more specific example of how these rules play out, take a look at Card of the Day, Endbringer, and remember to like and follow if you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching Oracle Archives.